Why being too nice can ruin your life. I once knew a guy who never said no. If someone asked for help he helped, if someone needed a favor he did it, if there was a problem he showed up, no hesitation, no excuses, no resistance. At work he was the nice guy, the dependable one, the one managers trusted. In the family he was the responsible one, the strong one, the one who fixes everything. In relationships he was the understanding one, the patient one, the one who always apologized first, even when it wasn't his fault. Everyone praised him, everyone said he had a good heart, everyone said the world needed more people like him. But there was something no one saw, something he barely admitted to himself. He was exhausted, not just physically but emotionally, tired of always giving in, tired of always understanding, tired of always being the mature one, tired of swallowing words he wanted to say. He felt invisible in his own life. Then one day something small happened that changed everything. Nothing dramatic, no big fight, no betrayal, just a simple moment. He needed help, he needed support, he needed someone to show up for him the way he had shown up for everyone else. And no one came. No messages, no concern, no real effort, just silence. That silence was loud. And in that moment he realized something painful. He wasn't valued, he wasn't appreciated, he was convenient. People liked what he provided, not who he was. The worst part wasn't the loneliness, it was realizing he had helped build that reality himself, brick by brick, favor by favor, silence by silence. He had never set boundaries, never said that bothers me, never said I don't agree, never said I don't want this. He smiled when he wanted to protest, he agreed when he wanted to refuse. He thought he was being kind, he thought he was being selfless, he thought this was maturity. But deep down he was afraid of rejection, afraid of conflict, afraid of being misunderstood, afraid of losing people, afraid of being seen as selfish. So he chose the safer pain, the quiet pain, the pain of self-abandonment. And maybe you're doing the same thing right now. How many times have you said it's fine when it wasn't fine? How many times have you accepted something that hurt you just to keep the peace? How many times have you lowered your standards just to avoid being alone? How many times have you laughed at disrespect, minimized your feelings, convinced yourself you were overreacting? Let me ask you something deeper. When you help people, is it coming from strength or from fear? Do you give because you truly want to, or because you believe that if you stop giving people will stop loving you? A lot of people learn very early that love has conditions. They learn that being easy to deal with brings approval, that being quiet avoids punishment, that being agreeable earns affection. So the brain adapts, it creates a survival strategy: be pleasant, be useful, be low maintenance, don't create waves, don't create tension, stay safe. And that might protect you in childhood. But in adulthood it becomes a cage. Because every time you ignore your own discomfort just to keep someone comfortable, you send a message to the world: my needs are negotiable, my limits are flexible, my feelings are optional. And the world listens. Not because people are evil, but because people follow patterns, and if you never say no you teach them that access to you is unlimited. If you never express anger you teach them that disrespect has no cost. If you never walk away you teach them that you will tolerate almost anything. And here is something hard to accept: if you never stand your ground you slowly become optional, and when you become optional you stop being a priority. Being too nice has a hidden cost. First, resentment. It builds quietly, small frustrations, small disappointments, small moments where you felt unseen, and you store them. You tell yourself it's not a big deal, until one day it is. You either explode in a way that surprises everyone, or you disappear emotionally without explanation. Second, loss of identity. You adjust so much to others that you forget your own shape, your own preferences, your own voice. You start asking yourself, what do I even want? What do I actually believe? What do I enjoy when no one is watching? Third, you attract controlling personalities, because people who like control can sense hesitation, they can sense who struggles to say no, they test limits slowly, and if there are no limits they keep pushing. And the most dangerous part is this: you begin to believe that this is who you are, the one who understands, the one who sacrifices, the one who absorbs tension, the emotional shock absorber for everyone else. But that is not your role, that is a habit built from fear. His turning point was not dramatic, there was no big speech, no confrontation, just a small moment of courage. The next time someone asked him for something he didn't want to do, something that drained him, something he would normally accept without thinking, he paused. And he said, "Not today." There was silence on the other side, tension in the air, a shift in energy. It felt uncomfortable, almost wrong, like he had broken an unspoken rule. But he didn't rush to fix the tension, he didn't over-explain, he didn't apologize. He held the silence. And in that silence he felt something unfamiliar but powerful. Self-respect. Some people reacted badly, some tried to guilt him, some acted surprised. Others respected him more. And that's when he understood something crucial: anyone who only stays when you shrink yourself was never truly on your side. Real respect begins where fear ends. Saying no doesn't make you cruel, it makes you clear. It doesn't make you selfish, it makes you honest. If you want to change, start small. You don't need to transform overnight, you don't need to become cold or distant, you just need to become aware. Pause before agreeing. Give yourself space to think. Replace automatic yes with "let me consider it." Stop over-explaining your boundaries, a simple no is complete. Allow people to feel disappointed, their disappointment is not your failure. Pay attention to who becomes uncomfortable when you stop over-giving. That reaction reveals everything. Remember this: kindness is powerful when it is chosen, but when it is driven by fear it becomes self-betrayal. Maybe you don't need to become a different person. Maybe you just need to stop abandoning yourself. You can be kind, empathetic and generous. But never at the cost of your dignity, never at the cost of your voice, never at the cost of your peace. So think carefully. Where in your life are you saying yes when you mean no? Where are you shrinking to fit into spaces that require you to disappear? And the real question is not whether people will accept your boundaries. The real question is whether you will continue accepting a life where you are only valued for how much you tolerate. If this resonated with you, stay here, because here we build strength that doesn't depend on approval, strength that doesn't collapse under pressure, strength that begins with one simple word: no. And now I want to hear from you. What is one situation where you said yes but wanted to say no? Or what is one boundary you know you need to set but still haven't? Write it in the comments. Not just to share, but to make it real. Because the moment you put it into words, you stop pretending it doesn't exist. And if this message helped you see something clearly, let me know in the comments as well. I read them. And your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear.